Zdravo, zdravo, kako sekуваš, така и ovaj път. Каде ако не во музичката емисија македонското телевизиско шоу Hot and Heavy. Се наоѓаме на северот од Алпите, се наоѓаме на северот од Балканот, во Словенија на Metaldays во Томин. Покрај мене имаме нови соговорници. Станува збор за млади момчина кои ни доаѓаат од друг континент. Станува збор за момчина кои ни доаѓаат од Нью Зеланд. Станува збор за момчина кои негуваат треш метал, old school, со хардкор елементи. Станува збор за бендот Alien Awepa. First, welcome to the TV show Hot and Heavy.
Thanks, man.
Tell me, you are first here in Europe to be to another festival, or only this festival? You've been in Metaldays.
This is our first time. This is our first European festival that we've ever been to. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
So I think it's a really amazing festival to start everything off with. And actually for us, this festival is very, very important because it was the first festival, or actually the first show we ever booked in Europe. So this is kind of what started everything off, you know, like, you know, now we're going to be over here until like late September playing shows. So, yeah, this is kind of what made everything happen for us.
You're a young band, and how you started? Why you take it the name this?
Well, Henry and Lewis, they're actually brothers, so I mean they grew up. They always have played instruments, so yeah, they've been playing together since they were 3, basically. But the band started probably about 8 years ago, but I joined about six years ago. It's a funny story because I actually met Lewis at the local circus school when he moved up to Waipu, which is kind of out of town from where he used to live. And we actually had a circus gig, and my mum, for whatever reason, couldn't pick me up after this gig. So Lewis invited me to come over to his place along with a bunch of other mates, and so I went, and Lewis and Henry were in the band room just jamming along. I thought it was really cool. And Neil, who's Henry and Lewis's dad, he passed me the bass, and I was the only kid there that actually had arms long enough to reach the end of the bass. So by default, I kind of became the bass player and kind of escalated from there, and here we are at Metaldays. So it's awesome, yeah.
Where take the influence for your music?
Well, me and Henry grew up listening to all kinds of music because, you know, our dad was quite musical, and he played us everything from Bob Marley to Metallica. So yeah, and kind of later on we started getting into Lamb of God, like bands
Lamb
like...
of God is a huge influence for us. I mean, Chris Adler is my drumming idol. Like, I think, you know, I wouldn't be still doing this if it wasn't for Lamb of God and Chris Adler. Like it.
Who write the lyrics in the band?
Who writes them?
Well, mostly Lewis, and then, you know, occasionally me and Ethan will like write a song. So our song PC Bro, I wrote the lyrics for that, and we've got a few other songs that we've kind of worked more collaboratively with the lyrics.
Quite a few of our songs in Te Reo Māori are more collaborative because, you know, they're harder to write.
Yeah.
You have interesting songs because you take it the roots, just like Sepultura, who is taking it from Kaiova. You take it for the people who live in New Zealand, in language from the New Zealand. And tell me for this.
So yeah, pretty much we sing and write in Te Reo Māori, which is New Zealand's native language. And Lewis and I are Māori, and so we sing about our family history and kind of political history in New Zealand that relates to when British came and colonised New Zealand, and there's a lot of like really fucked up stories from that time. So you know, we like to sing about those things that maybe a lot of people don't know about, and we like to cast light on those, and you know, maybe inspire people to learn more about New Zealand's history and know where they come from and what their background is and where they sit with all of that.
You know history for him, but you know all language for him? For the people who be the older.
Māori. Yeah. So it's the language has. I mean, it's New Zealand's native language, and the first people to colonise New Zealand, or to come in and live in New Zealand, were Māori, and that's what they were speaking. So.
Nice. You have goof riffs, old school thrash. I like it thrash because I same the band who playing the thrash with the first in Macedonian language in 1987. Sarcophague first my band, and after Medusa. But we are the same circus and support the band. You're younger. My pleasure. You're very younger. How many years?
Well, me and Lewis are actually 16. Well,
16.
Henry's 18. So, yeah, it's weird being here. We're allowed to drink here, so yeah, so it's weird. But yeah,
but this is not.
Yeah, just water. Just water.
No,
Yeah.
this is vodka.
Yeah.
I'm joking. This is real younger who is coming in the future. Taking the guitars and the be rocker, rebellion, and fighting for justice. And right, and play heavy metal and enjoy the brother in Macedonian metal army and metal army in the war. We're together, community of the metal. Come here if you're intelligent. Don't brush the mind with fucking another rap and bullshit techno where don't have the lyrics and don't have the points. We're rebellion, old school man, motherfucker. We're kicking ass. Younger who is coming for the new continent, doesn't matter, from another continent, from Asia, from Australia, from Europe, from everywhere. We are metal community. We're supporting. And you're first here, and where do exactly you're meeting? Because the many people, maybe you know your music in stage.
Yeah, I mean, we've just yesterday, just walking around, we had a few people recognise us. I think because of the accent, they go, "Oh, you're not from New Zealand, are you?" We go, "Yeah," and then they make that connection. But I think the amount of people listening to our music over here is actually really amazing, considering that, this is only the first time we've ever been in Europe, and before this we've only played 3 shows, and they're in like little, 500 people clubs, it's, yeah.
I here 10 years, but don't have come the band from New Zealand. I remember to be from your continent, from Australia, the band, and to be younger, mystery, I think so. To be for the Sydney or Melbourne, but every people who is coming for your continent, it's a younger who is coming in Metaldays. Could you plan in the future? Maybe you have the new material.
We're always, trying to write and put new stuff out there. So we've just recently released an album, and we're kind of planning on we've already started working on concepts for another album, potentially in the near future. So yeah.
We still have a while to go over here in Europe. After this, are we heading off to Wacken? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So next is Wacken.
Wacken is this summer, yeah?
Yeah, we're playing Wacken
nice.
this summer, and we got Bloodstock, Summer Breeze. So we got
You're
a
going to the
couple,
festival this summer.
yeah, quite a few, 7 festivals in total, and this is our first one. So we're pretty stoked to be here. But we're also doing 12 other club shows. So got a bit of a tour going
but
on.
in
so,
Europe,
yeah.
the festival
yeah.
to be in Europe and club show to be in Europe, huh?
Yep, all in Europe. So yeah, we started off in Australia, and now we're here. So.
Nice. How many here you playing?
For me, I probably started playing drums when I was about 9, so 11 years now. Oh wait, no. 9 years.
Yeah.
9 years. Sorry, I'm bad at math, as you can tell.
And you, where you started to play?
first picked up a guitar when I was 3 years old, and so I guess that is 13 years. Yeah.
Nice.
I was pretty bad when I picked it up though, so yeah, I've come a long way.
Of course it would be, yeah.
And when I joined the band, it would have been 6 years ago, so I was 10. And before that, the only thing that I played was ukulele and recorder at school. So yeah. Ukulele and bass both have 4 strings, so had some common ground.
Yeah.
Made it work.
Yeah.
Except you learnt on the 5-string, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And for the end, what I get to say for Macedonian metal fans and people who are watching this interview, for the end.
Keep it heavy, keep it true to yourself, and pretty much don't change yourself for anyone else, and just do everything for yourself. Fuck yeah.
Be passionate about what you do, and what you do will sound passionate.
Thank you.